Hi, welcome to Randomly Awesome. I'm your host, Cal. Today we are going to take a serious look at a subject that I took time myself and went out into the world, into the nation, to my peers here where I am, to just life. And I sat down and I asked, because this show is specifically for women, I said, ladies, if you had one question that you could ask a man and get an honest-to-God answer without any quiet scribbling or whatever else, no jokes, no nothing, what would that answer be? And the majority of women asked me the exact same question time and time again. So today we're going to devote the show to that. The question that I was asked was, why do men cheat? And although it's many reasons, we're going to right here break down as many as we can get through before time is over. So with me, we have Professor Screech, who you saw from our previous videos. We appreciate his light-skinnedness coming through. And we have here...
Jasmine.
Nice. Jasmine. Jasmine is going to be our female voice for today. So women, she's talking for you. So if you feel she's wrong, too bad, you should have came. Okay. So, Jasmine, in your opinion, we'll start with you because, well, you're the only girl up here.
Okay.
Why do you feel men cheat? What is it that you feel, why do you think men cheat? What is it, why do men cheat? I'm just leaving it at that.
Because they can't help themselves. Because they're creatures of habit, and they can't help themselves. I think that naturally men get bored with whatever partner they have. They get bored, and so they start thinking with other parts other than their head, and they cheat.
Now, you would honestly sit here and say that it's just because they get bored. Don't you think that women have some kind of responsibility to the aspect in the relationship? Because it's two people in a relationship.
So then why do men cheat? Why do men cheat when they got a very pretty woman?
Stop right there.
Okay.
Why do men cheat when we have a very pretty woman?
Mm-hmm.
I'll debunk that right now because looks, as you all know, looks ain't really everything.
But I wasn't finished.
I know. I just
okay.
like not funny.
If you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you're cooperative in a relationship, meaning you're willing to uphold your end, you be the wife, you take care of the family, and you work, but yet the man still cheat. He still will go and find someone to be with. Why? If you've got everything you need at home, why cheat?
Now, before I answer that and give the straight real answer, well, my real answer, the real answer, we're going to let Professor Screech knock that out. Knock it out, Professor Screech. We're going to let you go to you.
Well, like you said earlier, looks aren't really everything. And it's kind of like I look at looks like, it's whatever. If you're beautiful, if you're not beautiful, you're beautiful in your own way. So that has nothing to do with it. And when it comes down to it, if just because you have a job, just because you do all this stuff, because you're intellectual, that doesn't matter either. Sometimes it's just, you have to do it to see what's going on.
And that's why I say men cheat just to cheat, just because.
But here's the thing. Guys like me, I don't cheat. Now, for instance...
You have to have a girl first.
No, I've had a girl, and I never cheated on her until she insisted on me saying, every time I talk, because I have a lot of friends that are girls, I'm not going to lie. But now she kept saying I was cheating, even though I wasn't. And then eventually I ended up cheating, because it's the girl telling the guy, don't be cheating on me, don't do this, don't do that.
Okay, that's the mentality of, you keep blaming me for it, so I might as well do it since I'm getting blamed for it.
Right.
Anyway. Fine. Now, to answer the question, in my opinion, there are many reasons why men cheat. We'll take it as, you said, because they can't help it. Well, the main reason that I have come to find out from having conversation with women and men is a lack of fulfillment. On some aspect, whether it be the lack of fulfillment in the aspect of I was young and I married or got with somebody so long and been with one woman so long, I don't know anything else. I'm not condoning, but I'm saying that's the reason. There is the aspect that a lot of times, a lot of men, and I have to take responsibility as a man for men and say, we don't communicate our baser needs to women.
And that was going to be my second thing.
That is the most major thing.
Communicate that unfulfillment to your partner and give them the opportunity to provide that fulfillment before cheating. But
yes,
no,
but you gotta.
They don't do that. They just
you're right, but you gotta understand.
Think at all.
You have to understand that it's not the fact that we don't think; it's just that we have the ideology in our own mind that the freaky quick. The freaky twist. No. Not feeling. No. It's not
what I need matters most.
What you need, that's not what I'm saying, is what I need matter most is the aspect that I don't feel comfortable talking to you about. Hold on.
How could you not be comfortable with me and you've been with me in a relationship?
I ain't been with you for more than 10 minutes and I can't even finish a sentence.
Okay.
I mean, dang.
Well, you said if I didn't agree.
That's fine, but you got, all right, if you don't agree, that's fine. Let me finish, let me get my statement out and you can debunk me all you feel, because I don't mind being wrong. But, you know what I'm saying, let me finish my wrong and then you can correct me on right, because women know everything. I'm just here to watch.
Finish your wrong.
Okay. My thing is, if we don't feel comfortable, and it's got nothing to do with the kind of person that they are, it comes to how they were raised. Most men aren't taught to show their emotions to women. Therefore, we don't know how to break down the immense emotional walls that we have put up to be what we consider in man's society as a man. You know, and this is to come to you and say, well, hey, I really like to have a threesome, or I really like to try this in bed, or I really like to, you know what I'm saying, get some baby ducks and jump off a roof and see if we can get a hang glide down and play in Jello. You know, those are certain things that, I mean, regardless of the fact,
pudding, vanilla, with some chocolate swirls. Yeah, think about it. See, you think it's...
I digress.
You think it's funny,
So
but some
it is,
people do that
but the problem is because of the lack of communication on the men's side. Not that we don't want to communicate with you. We just don't know how. And women don't make it easy. I'm like, keep in mind, y'all don't make it easy. No man has ever been able to walk up to a woman and say, baby, I really have an issue. I want to talk to you about something. And the first thing out your mouth is, grow some nuts, be a man.
Yep.
That's the reaction that we get from other men. That's the reaction that we get from women when we're trying to bear ourselves.
I ain't
got nothing to do with that. Anyway, he's not here, so I can't really say what he would say. my dad, he's alive.
I'm using the general terms.
Oh, well, general terms.
terms.
The general terms is the idea that there is no basis in where we can have communication. There's no, hey, all right, let's come to this table, and wherever it's said won't have any psychological, emotional rippling effects that's going to affect our relationship. Because you tell a woman how you really feel about something, she rides you. And I'm not saying that you do this, but in certain scenarios, if I tell a woman how I feel about something and she rides that every single time we talk, it's like, damn, I don't want to tell you shit. I have nothing to say to you, mainly because if I come to you and tell you something, not only will you use it against me, but it becomes a fighting factor in our relationship in all aspects. So, to debunk what you just said is the fact that most men don't know how to communicate properly to let a woman know not only our emotional needs, but our physical needs, which is what really makes us cheat. Is the fact that, like, I made this scenario up. I told them that the 9 times out of 10, most men cheat because of convenience. It's not the fact that we go out looking for women. It's not the fact that we go out trying to say, I'm finna go cheat with this woman. It's the fact that I went out, this woman said something that my girl may or may not do, hasn't had the time. We haven't had a conversation about it, but it's something that I've always wanted to get done. So if she's offering right then and there, and that's no strings attached, I ain't got to worry about it. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. Message. Then in that aspect, then
it's
I wouldn't. Then I go ahead and jump on that right then and there, regardless of whether it's right or not. Not saying I did it, but you jump on it right then and there, which takes care of that need that you've always wanted done that you may not feel comfortable. Hell, you might want your girl to do some off the wall, super kinky circus sex stuff with like a midget and 3 Asian guys. I don't know.
I don't mean to cut you off.
You can cut me off.
But I would say that to say, maybe you've chosen the wrong mate to begin with, which is a problem that I think that men and women both have a lot. But if you're with somebody and you feel like you can't communicate the basic thing, like what you feel or what you need, then you've chosen the wrong person to begin with. So, you can't build nothing right off of something wrong to start with. So, you know what I'm saying? You built it.
I can't, but I'm not gonna.
But still, I mean, that's just my perspective. When you think about a mate, when you think about a partner, and still, I think that also has to do a lot with why people cheat. It's because, you're really not with the person that you're supposed to be with. Maybe you settle. Maybe you with somebody because, again, it's convenient. Maybe they've got something that you need. Maybe they make you feel a certain kind of way. But truly, that's not the person that can, take care of your mental or your physical or your emotional needs. You can't even really be yourself in front of that person.
Personally, I agree, but I disagree, because you can't be yourself, but you can't be 100% of yourself with anybody at all times, because even when you first meet somebody, they're meeting a representative. They're meeting who you're meeting.
You're going to put your best foot.
So when they get to know you over time, I mean, it's very rarely do people go up and say, "Hey, I live with my mom's. I don't have a job, and I'm a chronic masturbator who loves the bus." It's like those things that don't come out the very first time you meet somebody. So therefore, there is no way, and what you're saying, there is no way, unless you date one of your friends who's known you forever, to have a continuous loving relationship, honestly and openly and totally healthy, which is what you're saying is a truly healthy relationship, which I personally believe there is no such thing, because if that was the case, there would be no such thing as divorce.
Right.
Or fighting, or breaking up, or...
But our relationships are based on truth and lies no matter what you do anyway, because even my mom and dad, they talk about divorce a lot sometimes, but they're never going to do it because they got too much together, like they're in common, and like I got other people that have been together for years, and it's like a lot of things you're saying make sense, but if you're married and you think you found the wrong person, and you're still married to them after 50 years, it's like, you know.
That's sad. That's sad.
But what if you
because no.
they keep the flames up and they keep doing
Marriage is a
things.
work. First off, marriage is a constant work in progress.
Exactly.
Anybody who thinks you can just get with somebody, oh, we can have great in common,
That's
yeah,
a
that's
lie.
doomed to fail first and foremost.
Exactly.
Killing that. If you don't, but that goes with any relationship. If you don't put the time and effort in to work on it, then there is no such thing as a relationship. It's just a lie of y'all hanging out together. Which, hey, you can do that any damn way without having to worry about it.
True.
My thing is, most guys, and I'll keep it down. I'll keep it pretty simple. Most guys, and this is one of my favorite things to tell people who ask me questions about relationships. If you weren't taught how to treat an individual woman or a girl or whatever, then there's no possible way for you to learn, for you to know off the bat dealing with somebody who you may like or dislike, may like to be with. There's no way for you to know how to treat them because you were never taught properly. You never, listening to media and life and world and your boys who's had about as much success with women as you have doesn't help you when you don't have somebody to sit down with you thoroughly and talk to you honestly and say, hey, this is what you do in this situation. If you had a situation, you go this way. If you have any questions, ask me so we can not make you a chauvinist, egotistical idiot who don't know no better, but sex, babies, no condoms, welfare, life is good. That's a lot of the mentality that we have nowadays, and that's wrong because no one's taking the time to teach kids or teach our generation.
I agree.
How to deal with women. Me myself personally, I actually had a couple of guys, my brother, my uncles, some of my cousins. They sat down and told me when they saw me acting a fool, I had questions or saw them dealing with women. Gave me a nice little rundown about how to properly deal with the opposite sex. Now I'm not perfect, but by no means am I lacking in any aspect.
But when you think about it in that way, I would agree only because the lack of fathers in families is a widespread problem. And I think that's the first example of how to treat a woman that any man gets is
True.
how his dad treats his mom.
That's bad.
Well, my dad
So
treated his
the
mom
lack of there
that's
being
good.
fathers and men not being able to witness that fundamental relationship from the beginning, true, it does put a strain on their future relationships, but there are a number of men out here that don't have that strain that are able to still, have healthy, faithful, monogamous relationships.
Now, see, there's a word that I have an issue with because personally, monogamy is wrong. And I'll be honest with you, monogamy is it's a man-made institution designed to keep people together and forego your natural instincts. Now, I'm not going to say that
designed to keep women in a box and forego.
But that monogamy also puts men in that same box because once they want you to ask in monogamy, you pair and you're there.
Yep.
In real life, in your instincts versus nature, that's not how it works.
But society makes it.
Society's wrong.
Monogamy, but the society says it okay.
I want to be
for
a
men
lion,
to
but they
cheat.
got
There's no stigma. There's really no stigma attached with men cheating versus when a woman cheats. If a woman cheats, then she's a whore, she's a slut, she's a bust down, all these horrible things. But if a man cheats,
And just for the record, we do love a bust
for
down.
that.
I'm just saying, every man loves at least one bust down.
But he's
I don't love
idolized for that. He's idolized for that.
Well,
versus
he's only idolized by men who don't know no better. For a real man who knows that real men know that just because you have sex with 3, 4, 5 women, have multiple partners, hey, a hoe is a hoe no matter what gender you are. Fuck what you heard.
Right.
If you a slut, you a trip, you a tramp, you a trollywop, you a whatever.
Now jiggle up.
Whatever, hoe is hoe. No matter how you deal with it, hoe is hoe. And that's how I feel. You can be just as much of a hoe as a man as you can be as a woman. The difference that makes you a hoe is acting that way. Like, you can be a hoe, mister. You can be a hoe. I'm going to catch you next time. You can be a hoe, and that's fine if you're a hoe, whatever. But if you act like a hoe, you a hoe. If you have hoe mentalities, you might not be a hoe because. Well, no, ain't no because. If you're doing hoe shit, you a hoe.
Right.
If you acting like a hoe and you living the whole life, you a hoe. Male, woman, shot. This guy's got arrows. But
That's a screech, man.
yeah,
I'm a professor.
he's a professor of aerodynamic
He just broke it.
Anyway, continue.
Um,
1 minute, really? Okay, all right, this is what the basic comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. Since we only got a few minutes left, we're going to say this. We're going to end this today. Everyone doesn't cheat. Everyone has the capacity to cheat.
There we go.
So, learn your mate. Don't be scared to have a conversation and talk to your mate. Because if you don't say nothing about what you want, cheating is bound to happen. That goes both ways, and that's from Tikal. You take that to the bank. It's Professor Screech.
Jasmine.
And
That is
we would like to thank you once again for coming to randomlyawesome.com. Remember, random happens. Be ready for the awesome parts. Thank you.